We're in the middle of a conversation about whether or not people should be held to account for their abuse of public representatives, whether or not it is acceptable to chase a TD or a government minister down the street and hurl abuse at them, whether or not it's acceptable to have a protest outside their private home. And this is the part of the conversation that really gets to me, I have to be honest with you. The notion of having a protest outside the private home of any individual, I think, is just totally off the mark. We've seen protests outside Leo Varadkar's house, outside the CMO's house, Stephen Donnelly's house, and media figures as well. In fact, I found out recently that I'm on a list where I could have a protest outside my front door because of a podcast that I do. And that is just ridiculous, because people have a right to air their opinion. You mightn't like the opinion that I might air, or a politician might air, or some other media person might air. And you're entitled to not agree with what people say, but that doesn't give you the right to stand outside their front door and try and let them know. And in fact, I've known of some protests have been held outside people's house when they weren't even there. And another thing that really annoyed me, and I hope something is being done about this, I saw a post of a protest outside the home of a media personality who I will not name, and the people having the protest put up this person's full address on social media. That is outrageous. That should be against the law if it's not already against the law. You have no right to post somebody's private address online and encourage people to come along and get involved in protests. It's just not acceptable. And the sort of, I have to tell you, if I was to read out some of the messages that have come into us over the last 15 minutes, News Talk would be shut down by 5 o'clock today. That's the truth. I'm seeing text messages with homophobia, with sexism, making totally defamatory comments about individual politicians and media people. You may think you deserve a voice. You deserve a voice if you're going to talk sense. But with some of these protests that I've seen, both online and spoken to some of the people involved in the protests, they make no sense.